Good morning, friends. From now onwards, we will revise the concept of chapters. So first, today we will start the chapter number 8, comparing quantity, and we will revise all method of chapter number 8. Okay, today we will start the revision of all methods that we learn in chapter number 8. So, chapter is comparing quantity. In the starting of our chapter, we learn that why we are using comparing quantity to compare two values. Okay, you can compare heights, you can compare marks. Okay, so that's why you can compare the speed of car or anything. So that's why we are comparing different quantities. So that's why we need to learn the different method of comparing quantities. So first method in this chapter we learn for a comparing quantity is a ratio. Ratio means method of comparing two quantity when units are same. It is a method by taking the division of two quantity, or you can say numerator and denominator kind of relation, and at that time we need to cut the common factor from the numerator and denominator. So that is one method. It is a method of comparing quantity by division. Okay. We also compare two quantity by subtraction. For example, if we are taking that your marks in the first test is 25 and your marks in the second test is 30. So, in which test you get more marks? In second test. And how much more marks? By 30 minus 25, that is 5 marks more. So, that is called method of comparing quantity by subtraction. But here, ratio is method of comparing quantity by division. It is a method of comparing quantity by division because we are taking the fraction relation. When we compare two quantity, when units are same. Okay, so if someone asks what is ratio, then you can say that it is a method of comparing two quantity by division when units are same. Clear? So let's take some example. Find the ratio of 3 kilometer to 300 meter. Now we need to find the ratio of 3 kilometer to 300 meter. In the starting of this chapter, we learned that whatever first quantity is there, it must be in a numerator, and whatever second quantity is there, it must be in a denominator. So 3 kilometer will be in a numerator and 300 meter will be in a denominator. But this is in a kilometer and this is in a meter. So you need to perform the conversion. So which unit you will convert, kilometer or meter? So whatever unit is larger, convert that into smaller one. Kilometer to meter. Why we are converting that? Because if you convert meter to kilometer, then you get 0.3 decimal number. So it is better to convert kilometer to meter. So here 1 kilometer is equal to how much meter? 1000. So 3 kilometer is equal to 3000 meter. Now ratio will be what? 3000 divide 300. 3 kilometer is equal to 3000 meters. So we write 3000 divide 300. We can cancel this 0. 3 tens are, so it is 10 by 1. So it is 10 is to 1. Okay. Now next one. Find the ratio of 1 day to 6 hours. So here one unit is in a day and other unit is in a hour. So which unit you will convert? Day to hour. So 1 day is equal to 24 hours. So we can write ratio is equal to 24 by 6. 4, so it is 4 by 1, so it is 4 is to 1. So ratio for 1 day to 6 hours is 4 is to 1. Ratio for 3 kilometer to 3000 is 10 is to 1. Clear? After that we learn about the equivalent ratio. Equivalent ratio means it is the same ratio. In 6th standard we learn that equivalent fraction. Okay. So what is equivalent ratio? It is same as a fraction. Same ratio. 5 by 6. 5 is to 6 means what? 5 by 6 and here 25 by 30. So that if you cut common factor for this, 5 5s are 25, 5 6 are 30. So it is again 5 by 6. So these two ratios are called equivalent ratio. Equivalent ratio means they are same ratio. Now after that we also learn about the unitary method. So what is unitary method? It is a method of finding value of given number of quantity after finding the value of one quantity. So find the value of one unit, then value of required number of unit. Unitary method means from the bunch of value you need to find the value of one quantity, and after that you need to find the another bunch of quantities. So let's take some examples so you will understand what is the definition. Cost of 7 pen is rupees 140. Cost of 7 pen is what? 140. Find the cost of 15 such pens. Here the cost of 7 pen is given 140 and you need to find the cost of 15 such pen. So first we need to find from the 7 pen cost of 1 pen. So we can write cost of 7 pen is 140. So cost of 1 pen is equal to 140 by 7. So that is 20 rupees. Now if cost of 1 pen is 20, so cost of 15 pen is 15 multiplied 20. So that is 300. So here from the bunch of 7 we find the value of 1 and use that one value of 1 to find the another bunch that is of 15 pen. Clear? Now next one. After that we learn about the another method of comparing quantities, percentage. So definition of percentage is, this can be asked for blank. Percentage are numerator of fraction with denominator 100. Percentage always counted from 100. So it is a fraction. Numerator of fraction when denominator is 100. So if this kind of fraction is given 6 by 100, you can see the denominator is 100. That's why it is written as a 6%. Numerator of fraction with denominator 100. So if 1% given, you can write 1 by 100. 2% is given, you can write 2 by 100. It is a numerator of fraction with denominator 100. So if it is asked that percentage is always counted from 100. So if the fraction are given and you need to convert them into percentage, you need to make a denominator 100 because percentage is counted from 100. So if the denominator is 100, then you can directly write numerator as a percentage. But if the denominator is not 100, if denominator is not 100, then you need to multiply with some number to make it 100. Okay? So here first 1 by 3. Now we cannot multiply 3 with any number to get 100. So we can write how to convert this 1 by 3 as a percentage. 1 by 3 multiply 100%. So 33.3, so it is 33.3%. Multiply with 100%. Clear? 2 by 5, so if it is 2 by 5, you need to convert it into percentage. So multiply with 100%. 5 is up. Now it is 40%. 100% means what? It is 100 by 100. 100% means what? Why? Because 1% is equal to 1 by 100. So 100% means 100 by 100. Now we get denominator 100. So we can cut this 100 by taking denominator 100. Here if we write 100 by 100, so again 5 20s are 100. It will be 40 by 100. So again it is 40%. So you can directly write it as a 100%. Clear? Convert decimal to percentage. If decimal is given and you need to convert it into percentage, how we can convert? So 0.75. Now let's write this one as a fraction. So it is 75 by 100. Now it is a numerator of fraction with the denominator 100. Denominator is 100, so we can directly write it as 75%. Let's write here it is 0.9. So 0.9 can be written as a fraction 9 by 10. But here denominator is not 100. How can we make it? You can multiply 100 by 100 and cancel out this. So you will get 90 by 100. Now it is 90%, or you can write 9 by 10 multiply by 100%. 1 0 will be cancelled. So directly it is 90%. Clear? Both is same. Next, convert percentage to decimal. Percentage to decimal. So percentage is given and you need to convert it into decimal. So 2.5%. 2.5% means 2.5 divided by 100. Percentage means what? Divide by 100. But here 2.5, so it is written as 25, 10 and 100 is there. So how many 0 in the denominator? 4. So it is 30. So 0.025 as a decimal. 2.5 can be written as 0.025. 15%, so it is written as 15 by 100. So 15% as a decimal, 0.15. Clear? Again, you need to remember that percentage means it is a numerator of fraction with denominator 100. Whenever percentage is given, you need to write denominator 100. Clear? Now next one, convert percent to fraction. Here we convert percent to decimal. Now here we convert percent to fraction. So 2% means 2 by 100. So this is a fraction. You can cut the common factor. 50 to us, it is 1 by 50. So 2% means 1 by 50. 1.5 is 15 divided 10. Or you can write here 1.5 divide 100 because it is percentage. 1.5 means 15 by 10. And 100 is there. So 15 by 1000. Here you can cut common factor 3, 5 3s and 5 2s. So this 3 by 200. So fraction is 3 by 200. You can cut the common factor between 15 and 1000. So you will get 3 by 200. Find the whole quantity. So this kind of example is given in your textbook. 5% of each is 600. Means 5% of what is 600? So question is what? 5% of x is 600. Now percentage is written as 5 by 100. Now in a fraction chapter we learn about the operator of. So of means multiplication. X is equal to 600. So we need to find this x, take this 100 in a multiplication, 5 in a divide. Or you can write 5 20 is 100. Now 20 that is in a denominator become multiplication. 20, so it is 12,000. It means 5% of 12,000 is 600. Clear? Now next one, 2% of each is 100. So you can write 2% of x is 100. 2% means 2 by 100. Of means multiplication. X is equal to 100. 50. 50 that is in a denominator become multiplication. 100 multiplied 50, so it is 5,000. So 2% of 5,000 is 100. Next one, x% of 200 is 34. So here we need to find what percent. X% means x by 100. Of means multiplication. 200 is 34. So we can cut this 0. Now 2 that is the multiplication become division. So it is 70%. Means 70% of 200 is 34. Next, 500 is 225. What percent? So we can write x percent of 1500 is 225. X percent means x by 100. Of means multiplication 1500 220. 0 will be cancelled. Now 15 take it in the denominator. So 15 multiply 15. So x is 15 percentage. 10% of 2500. We need to find 10% of 2500. So we can write 10% means 10 by 100. Of means multiplication. 2500 20 will be cancelled. So it is 250. So 10% of 2500 is 250. 6% of 1000. So we can write 6 by 100 or multiplication 1000. So 0 will be cancelled. So it is 60. So 6% of 1000 is 60. After that we learn about the increase and decrease. Increase means increase in a given value and decrease means reduction in given value. So here we need to consider two values, that is increased value and original value. Increase and decrease always counted on original value. As we learned that percentage is counted from 100. So if you want to give that on how increase or decrease counted, so you need to give the answer that it is always calculated on original value. In original value how much increase and in original value how much decrease. So always it is calculated on original value. So what is increase? For example, price of scooter is 20,000 and in next year it is decreased to 15,000. So from 20,000 it decreased to 15,000. So what is the decrease? Decrease is of 5,000. Same, if population of one village is 2,000 in first year and in the second year it is 2,500. So it is increase in a population. So how much increase? 500 is an increase. So equation for increase is increase in a value minus original value. So new value minus original value. Percentage increase is increase divide original value multiply 100. Percentage increase is increase divide original value multiply 100. Decrease. What is decrease? Original value minus decrease value. Or you can say original value minus new value. So that is also equation for a decrease. Now percentage decrease is decrease divide original value multiply 100. If you want to find percentage, then you need to write percentage decrease. Decrease divide original value multiply 100. Now what is decrease? It is original value minus decrease value. And increase percentage if you want to find, then find the increase original value multiply 100. So if we take the example of that population, so it is 2,000 in first year and 2,500 in the second year. So increase is what? 5,500. So 500 will be here. Original value that is 2,000 here and multiply by 100. So here we can cancel out this. 5 4s are 20 and 25 4s are 100. So it is 25%. Same if we take the example of scooter, that is 20,000 in first year and 15,000 in the second year. So 5,000 is a decrease. So here we need to find, right, 5,000. Original value is 20,000. Multiply 100. So here we can cancel out this zeros. So again it is 5%. Okay. So this way we can find the increase percentage and decrease percentage. So let's take example, price of shirt decrease from 80 rupees to 60 rupees. It is decrease from 80 it becomes 60. So what is a decrease? 80 minus 60. Original value is 80. Decrease value is 60. So decrease divide original value multiply 100. Decrease is 20, original value is 80 multiply 100. 2 4s are 8, 5 4s are 20, so it is 25% decrease. Clear? Next, marks in a test increase from 20 to 30. Now it is increase from 20 become 30. So how much increase? 30 minus 20, that is 10. Now percentage increase is equal to increase divide original value multiply 100. So 10 original value is what? 20 multiply 100. From 20 it become 30, so 20 will be our original value. So 50% increase. Clear? After increase and decrease, we also learn about the profit or loss. So profit is what? CP when cost price. Now cost price is what and what is the selling price? Cost price means whatever money you pay to buy an item, whatever quantity, whatever value you pay to buy an item. For example, you want to buy a book and you pay 100 rupees. So that is what your cost price. But if you sell that book in 120 rupees, you buy in 100 rupees and sell in 120 rupees. So your selling price is more than cost price. Buy in 100 and sell in 120 means you get 20 rupees more. So that is your profit. So what is the profit? When cost price, whatever money shopkeeper pays, and selling price means whatever money he sell that item. So when cost price is less than selling price, you get a profit. 100 rupees and your 120 rupees. So 100 rupees is less than 120, so that will be profit. Profit, if you want to find profit, then selling price minus cost price, and percentage profit is profit divided CP multiply 100. Profit and loss always calculated on cost price. Okay, so main value is cost price. Profit and loss is always calculated on cost price. When cost price is greater than selling price, for example, you buy a book in 100 rupees and sell 80 rupees. So that is you get 20 rupees less. So that is your loss. So loss is equal to CP minus SP, and percentage loss is equal to loss divided CP multiply 100. Clear? So definition of profit is when cost price is less than selling price, then it is a profit. And what is the loss? When cost price is greater than selling price, then it is a loss. So let's take example. Cost price of chair is 375 and sold in 400 rupees. You buy in a 375 and sell in 400. So it is a profit. How much profit? Equation is SP minus C. Selling price is 400. Cost price is 375. So it is 25 rupees profit. Now we want to find the percentage. The percentage profit is equal to profit divided CP multiply 100. Profit 25 rupees. Cost price is 375 multiply 100. Now divide 375 by 25. 5 5s are and 75 5s are. 25 4s are, so it is 4% profit on check.